Good morning. Welcome to the month of June and as I attempt Krustoo Farms Homesteading Challenge. And this is year two of the second attempt. Alright, I should have some harvesting to do today. Let's go ahead and get my tractor started up. And yes, it looks like my barley is ready to harvest. So, I'm gonna get the combine out of there. Oops. There we go. And then either my wife or a member of her family, because how my wife and I met is her family runs a farm services business, and they're the ones that I contract through to do the various contracts I do. I want to enable straw swathing. Huh. Oh, there she is. There's my wife. She's doing the actual work herself this time. Alright. So while that's going on, I'll grab my forks and start moving some pallets around. Alright, so I got 2 pallets of tomatoes. Let's see how far along in production. Large tarp greenhouse and tomatoes. We're almost ready to kick out a pallet of tomatoes, so as soon as this next pallet of tomatoes kicks out, I'm going to switch to strawberries and get my strawberry production taken care of for the year. The new chickens have started laying their first eggs. Sell these tomatoes. Yeah, since I only have 10 acres, I'm getting kind of crowded around here. But I knew that was going to be the case, so... I think if a small tractor pops up in sale, I really should consider it. Something that would be more maneuverable. Maybe even a skidster. I think I have some sugar in here. I do. I'll get the sugar pellets out and I'll get these sold. I didn't see a message pop up, but it looks like the combine's already full. fact that this combine's already full indicates that I'm getting really, really good yield. I mean, I didn't even get one row done. Granted, it's not the largest of combines, but it's still a halfway decent size. Just gonna put the trailer right here for now. I'll put the sugar together. Oh, there's 3 of them now. Nice. Looks like I got a pallet of butter over here. Yes, it's not a huge amount of money, but that's about the same as 1 pallet of lettuce. Oh, while I'm going past there, I'm going to stop and flood the rice field here. And my wife and I have started the process of adopting a sibling group from Flint. Their mother is serving a 20-year prison sentence, and each of the kids has a different father. There's 4 of them, 2 boys, 2 girls, very lucky there, ranging from ages 2 to 8. Since I'm 50 and she's 45, I mean, there's very little chance of us, having children of our own, so. Seemed like a reasonable thing to me to do. Let me see. Oh, good. That last pallet of tomatoes is out. So now we'll stop tomatoes. And we will start strawberries. Alright. I'll load on the move here until we reach the end, and I'll get out of the way so she can turn around without worrying about bumping into me. Makes it easier that way, I find. Gotta get a little bit further away from the combine. Bet I haven't been able to find any old-fashioned gravity wagons. That'd be kind of cool. Alright. Time for me to get out of the way. I think I'm gonna sell this mower. Well, it's really a good mower. I haven't seen any mowing contracts pop up, and it's without mowing contracts, it's just too big for this farm. Put this butter in the storage. So that's 2 pallets of butter right now. Need 3 more pallets of butter. Get out of there. All the selling is done. So now let's just focus on harvesting. Then I'm going to have to start thinking about what I'm going to do with this field next. Do I want to just plant it back to barley, or do I want to swap it to something else? It's not good to keep planting the same crop over and over again, but I can easily get around that by putting some oilseed radish in here. So let's pull up the planting calendar and see. Alright. So this month I can plant carrots, green beans, olives, parsnips, red beets. The problem with root crops, I really don't have a way to harvest them. That's the reason why I built that grain silo. Let's see, wheat. No, I could do a month of grass in this. I could do one harvest of grass in this field and then replant it to wheat. In fact, I think that's what I'll do. I will plant this field to alfalfa. No, I'll plant it to grass since I have a little alfalfa field here. I'll plant this to grass. I'll get one harvest of the grass and then I will replant this field to wheat. The field that right now is wheat can become barley. She does now. Hopefully she goes back in a way where the funnel's still sticking out the side. No, but if I put wheat in this one, barley here, that has me putting canola back in this field again. Let's see, when does canola? 203 horsepower. Wow. $100,000. Panoramic cab. $121,000. I mean, granted, that's 100,000 more than what I got right now, but that would be such a massive, massive upgrade for me. Ah, of course she did that. Well, at least I don't have to deal with this once. Well, let's see. Maybe if I just the very edge of the crop, the pipe might reach. No. Oh, yes. It did just barely. But now I'm going to have to loop around. And then we'll finish the field here harvesting on the move. I was wanting to move the canola field around too, but I'm not sure it'll work with the timing. Actually, in fact, I know it won't work with the timing. So instead, when I harvest the canola, I'll put in a oilseed radish round to give for soil health. And then the barley and the wheat can trade positions. Barley and wheat are very similar as far as their effect on the soil. And for that matter, so is grass. Because technically barley and wheat are a type of grass anyway. All right, thanks, hon. That made, yeah, her help made this much faster than last year. All right, now let's check my pig food maker here. There it is, the bittern. So won't be able to start making pig food until next month. Now my windmill here, yeah, it's still got all those cheaty oats locked up into it. But I'm gonna have it start making the sorghum flour. Wait a minute. What the? Where's all this sorghum coming from? Look. Alright, so I had 12,000. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on this, and once the sorghum gets down to 1 million, I'm going to have to stop this process. Alright, put the combine away. I might have to check the soil, see if it needs lime or not. In fact, I'll just jump out and do that right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to lime it. I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to delete this windmill. I was willing to overlook it if it just did it once, but if it's going to turn every crop I make into a 1 million liter reserve, that's just going to mess with the whole process way too much. It's a shame. It's a really nice windmill. I can't have windmills breaking the challenge. So that's what I'm going to do since it processes 12,000 liters of sorghum into sorghum flour. I'm going to just delete the windmill. Or actually, let me check here. Yeah, it hasn't even pulled the sorghum out of the silo. It just made up sorghum. So, unfortunately, you have to go. I want to stagger this a little bit. Because obviously I'm setting this up as wind's coming from this direction, so... There we go. That should put it out of the lee of the bigger of the electrical windmill. There we go. I'm not sure what makes this as an American windmill, but I'm pretty sure that's a Dutch one. Okay. I wish I had a second tractor so I could have my wife out making some money, but alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording while I gather up the rest of the straw. And then I'll do the cultivating. And then I'll be back once I cultivate it, I'll lime it, and then I'll be back when I start seeding with the grass. Alright, I'm getting the grass planted now. This is going fairly well. Wow, it's already 4 o'clock. It's been quite a day. And I think I'll have to harvest the wheat tomorrow because it's getting all brown down at the bottom. That's usually a sign that it's almost ready to harvest. So I'm going to finish up the planting here. Then I'm going to roll this field and see if maybe I might be able to pick up a small contract to finish the day. And then I'll come back for the sign-off. Okay, I'm back. I fertilized David twice in contracts and rolled my field that I just planted the grass. Also, since I did not want to be driving my tractor here into my clean food barn, I bought a pallet jack. So, since it's 8 o'clock at night, I'm pretty much going to call this a night. Looks like I got some wheat to harvest tomorrow, which will mean... Let me check all my animals, make sure everybody has food. Alright. So, yes, 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 yes. And yes, so... Water buffalo. Oh, No, it's the... Okay. Why do I have a water buffalo? I should not have water buffalo. But anyway, they got food. Pigs are getting a little bit low on food, but they're still okay. And I'll be making pig food next month. Windmill's still kicking out sorghum flour, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching.